children, welcome back to 6th class Maths 5 Foundation. In the last class we have discussed about sets, means introduction to the sets, after the types of sets, followed by operations on sets. Today in this class we are going to learn about Venn diagrams. We are going to learn about Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams are created by John Venn. He was a great mathematician. He was created these Venn diagrams. Means these diagrams are implemented by John Venn. And in these diagrams, universal sets will be represented by using a rectangle. Universal sets will be represented by using which kind of symbol? Rectangle. Sets will be represented by a circle, by using a circle. So in Venn diagrams we always represent universal sets by using a rectangle, whereas sets by using circle. Let us see now some representations of the sets on these Venn diagrams. Okay, dear children. So now we are going to observe the representation of Venn diagrams. Representation of sets on Venn diagrams. Yes, suppose for example now I am checking here about the representation of A subset B. How do we represent A subset B or A subset of universal set? First let us go with this example. So let's draw a universal set by using a rectangle, or to represent universal set we are using a rectangle. So U, it is denoted by letter U. Now here is set A. Set A, we are going to draw in now a circle. As earlier I told you that sets are represented by using the symbol of circle. This is now set A. So, suppose here is the shaded region, that is nothing but set A. Now, if you see here clearly, by looking at this diagram, we can say that the set A is within the universal set. The set A is within the universal set, which means we can say this diagram is representing about A is subset of U. A is subset of U. For example, you see the another diagram which is like this. As usual, I have drawn here a rectangle to represent universal set, and here a circle which is representing set A. There is another circle which is representing set B. See here, universal set is here as usually with the symbol of rectangle, whereas here two circles, one is set A and one is denoting set B. If you see now carefully, circle B is in the circle A, within the circle A, which means set B is subset of set A. The circle is within the circle A, which means I can say that B is subset of A. Whereas here A is subset of universal set. And whereas here B is subset of A. If you want, you can show the region. Here this B is within the set A, so I can say now B is subset of A. This kind of representation is showing about B is subset of A. Okay dear, let us go for the union and intersection representation. Third one, we are going with a rectangle which is used to represent universal set as usual, and we are going to select here two overlapping sets. What are overlapping sets? Already in the last class we have discussed about overlapping sets, which means the sets which contains at least one element as a common element. Then the two sets are said to be overlapping sets. Now I am drawing here overlapping sets, nothing but overlapping circles. A and B. Okay dear. Now the shaded region, now I am going to shade, the total region which is occupied by both A and B, I am going to shading now. See here properly. So this is the entire region which is covered by A and B, which means A union B. We already know that A union B is nothing but the set of all the elements of set A and set B, and which is common, it's only just a singleton. Yes or no? See here, this is the common region. At the same time these two, the total region covered by A and B. This kind of representation is denoting A union B. This kind of representation shows about A union B. So let us go for the another example, that is draw as usual a rectangle to represent universal sets. And now as usual overlapping circles A and B, two overlapping circles. Now I am going to shading only the common region which is between A and B, the common region of set A and set B, or circle A and circle B, which means this kind of shaded region, this kind of representation denotes about A intersection B. So in this way, this representation is about A union B, whereas A intersection B can represent it in this way. Here the entire region was shaded, whereas here only the common region of these two sets. Okay, let us go with some other example. See here, as usual I am drawing here a universal set by using a rectangle. Here the two sets are set A and set B. Earlier we have drawn overlapping sets, which means at least they have common elements, at least one element as a common element. But now they are not overlapping, which means there is no common elements between these two sets. So it is denoting about A intersection B equal to pi, which means disjoint sets. What kind of sets here? Disjoint sets. So there is no any common element, then we can say that those two sets are disjoint sets, and this is the representation for disjoint sets. Okay dear. Now let us see another example. As usual, let us draw a rectangle. Universal set. It is nothing but representing about universal set. Now I am going to draw two overlapping circles, and if I denote this one as A and this one as B, now the shaded region is only which is belongs to A but not belongs to B. See here, what is the shaded region I am going to shading, means what is the region I am going to shading here, which is only belongs to A but not belongs to B, which means this is showing about A minus B. This is representing about the set A minus B. Then what about B minus A? What about B minus A? Suppose you see here the another one. It is represented universal set, and here two overlapping circles, set A and set B. Now I am going to shading the region which is covered by B, at the same time which is not belongs to set A. See here, which is not belongs to set A, means I can say this one as B minus A. See here carefully dear. Here the both are not overlapping, means there is no any common element between them, which means A intersection B equal to pi. We already know that if A intersection B equal to pi, they are known as disjoint sets. So this is the representation about disjoint sets. If you come to here, this region, whatever the shaded one, if you observe, this is only belongs to A but not belongs to B. This condition is belongs to A minus B. So finally this diagram is showing about A minus B set or set of A minus B. Whereas the other diagram, if you see, the shaded region is belongs to only set B but not belongs to set A. It belongs to only B but not belongs to A, which means B minus A. Okay dear. And let us see some more examples dear. Here is universal set. As usual represented by a rectangle. Now I am going to select overlapping circles, nothing but 3 overlapping circles called as A, B and C. Now the region occupied by all the 3 circles, which means all the elements of set A, set B, set C, and the common one should be only once. So, if you see here, this kind of diagram is representing about set of A union B union C. A union B union C. The total region which is covered by all the three circles were shaded. This kind of representation is about set of A union B union C. Suppose now you see here the another one. Now I am drawing a universal set which is representing about, which is using about rectangle. Now three overlapping circles as earlier how I drawn, set A, set B and set C. See what is the region now I am shading? Only this is the region I shaded which is belongs to set A, which is belongs to set B, at the same time which is belongs to set C, which means this kind of representation is showing about the set of A intersection B intersection C, A intersection B intersection C. See, this is A union B union C, and whereas this one is representing about set of A intersection B intersection C. So in this way we can represent the different kinds of sets by using Venn diagrams. Let us see based on this concept just one example problem. Okay dear children, let me rub the board here. The following Venn diagram shows the number of girls in the class. This is one example problem. I am writing question here. The following diagram shows number of girls in the class. U equal to set of number of girls in the class. A equal to who likes chocolate? Girls who like chocolate. B equal to set of girls who like ice cream. And the diagram is here. So the diagram is showing in such a way. Here is set A and here is set B, and the data is here. A in the sense girls who like chocolate and B in the sense girls who like ice cream. Now the question is here. Find first one. How many girls like chocolate A? The first question is how many girls like chocolate? Second question. Still there is one more information here. In this diagram, here is number 2. How many girls like ice cream? And the third one is, how many girls like chocolate only? Fourth one is, how many girls like ice cream only? Fifth one, how many girls are there in the class? In the class. So the data is here and followed by questions. Along with the diagram, they have provided data. Now let us go for the solution. See here, universal set is represented by using the circle, which means according to the data, universal set is nothing but number of girls in the class. This totally representing about number of girls in the class. Whereas set A is representing the girls who like chocolates. Set B is representing the girls who like ice cream according to this. Okay. Now first question. I am going to write solution for first one. How many girls like chocolate? As per this condition, set A is representing girls who like chocolate. Means set A, you see, these are the girls who like chocolate, which means 16 plus 3. These are the girls who like chocolate. Only set A you focus. So the answer for first one is 16 plus 3, that is equal to 19. 19 girls like chocolate. Now let us see the second question. How many girls like ice cream? According to this data, girls who like ice cream is nothing but set B. So this is now set B. These many girls like ice cream. So 18 plus 3. 18 plus 3. It is 21. Now see third one here. How many girls like chocolate only? Here is the condition. They should eat only chocolate. Means they like only chocolate. How many girls like chocolate only but not ice cream? Now according to the condition, set A is representing about girls who like chocolate. 16 people will like only chocolate. As or no? See here, these 16 belongs to only A but not belongs to B, which means these 16 people eat only chocolate. They like only chocolate. So the answer for third one, how many girls like chocolate only? So there are only 16 members. The third one answer is 16. If you go for fourth one, the question is, how many girls like ice cream only? Actually the question data, if you observe, set B is representing about girls who like ice cream. Now this is the set which is representing about ice cream. But the question is here, only who like ice cream, which means only which is belongs to B but not belongs to A. So we can say that 18 people like only ice cream. So the answer for fourth one is 18. Now comes to the last and final one. How many girls are there in the class? Which means the total number of girls in the class. 16 plus 3 plus 18 plus 2. Yes or no? If we add all these numbers, that is equal to the total number of students in the class. Okay. 16 plus 3 plus 18 plus 2. So 16 plus 2 is 18. 18 plus 18, 36. 36 plus 3, 39. So there are 39 girls in this class. So I hope you understood this one. First let us recall once again, still for better understanding. The given diagram is showing about universal set, which means number of girls in the class. A, that is nothing but set of girls who like chocolate. B, set of girls who like ice cream. Then we need to find how many girls like chocolate. So according to the diagram, if you see, set A is nothing but the people who like or the girls who like chocolate. So how many girls like chocolate? 16 plus 3. So the first one answer is 19. And the second one is how many girls like ice cream. Now you see here, set B is representing our girls who like ice cream. So 3 plus 18 or 18 plus 3, that is equal to 21. And if you see third one, how many girls like only chocolate. So set A, if you see here, only chocolate means belongs to only set A but not belongs to B, which means that number is about 16. So third one answer is 16. Whereas the fourth one, how many girls like only ice cream. So only belongs to set B but not belongs to set A. So only 18. 18 members like, according to the fourth question, only ice cream. Finally, the last but not least question is, how many girls are there in the class? So the total number of students in the class, which means 16 plus 3 plus 18 plus 2. So that is totally is equal to 39. So there are 39 students in this classroom. So in this way we can find problems by using these Venn diagrams. Okay, dear children, I hope you understood, and in the next class we will come to know about relations. Okay, bye children.